Today I'm going to discuss a few of the things that some of our buyers have done that have caused them either to lose a property or to miss out on an opportunity. If you avoid these mistakes, I'm sure your home buying process is going to be way more effective, way less time consuming, and hopefully you're not going to miss out on that amazing opportunity when it presents itself. Hi, if you're new to the channel, my name's Charlie Vinci. I'm a Fairfield County, Connecticut realtor. If you live here in the area, I'm gonna leave a link to my website right here on the screen. Go ahead and head over there. There are a ton of maps, guides, and of course a home search available for you. If you're thinking about moving to Lower Fairfield County, Connecticut, you can't miss all of the great information that we've got there for you. Go ahead and check it out. One of the challenges that some buyers have is that they save too many properties in their favorites list. What happens is you go into this list and it's just a mile long. The reality is you can't really focus on the really good ones and compare and contrast them to determine which ones rise to the top. So if you narrow that list down to your top 5, at the most 10, and then focus on those properties, you'll see the ones that are best, and you'll be able to go out and see the ones that match your criteria the best. Another challenge that I find some buyers have is that they have a very long list of wants and needs. While the long list itself is really not an issue, the problem is focusing on the most important parts of that list, or the things on that list that really matter most. What I recommend you do is that you and your spouse separate. Write your list out. Everything you possibly want or need in a home, whether it be schools, maybe it's low crime, maybe it's the neighborhood, maybe it's an open layout. Put all these things down on a list. That's a good thing. Get them all out of your head. And then separately, I want you to both circle your top 3 things and then come back together and share that list. You'll combine the 2 lists and you'll make your top 3 to 5. The reason that this is so important is because it does not matter how much money you decide to spend. 2 million, 10 million, 20 million. What I'm gonna promise you is that there's no perfect house. There's some compromise to be made. So by focusing on that top 3 to 5, you'll be able to much easier see the homes that match and the areas that match, and maybe more importantly, you'll be able to discard the ones that don't match. You know, I've noticed some of our buyers don't watch sold data. What they do is they tend to compare new listings to other new listings to determine what's a good value. And you know what? Most of the time, this probably will work out. The challenge is that you don't have a real good understanding sometimes of when homes are overpriced or how quickly homes are necessarily selling. So by watching the sold data, you'll see how quick a home goes off the market. You'll also see how much it goes above or below asking. Now, don't confuse sold data for learning the market. You're probably not going to be able to do that. Even if you watch the sold data market for 3 months or a year, it's really hard to understand our local markets like a realtor does. So leave that job to your realtor. The sold data is going to show you how quickly the market's moving and how much under or over asking you may have to pay for a particular home. Far too often we find that clients will call us, they've done some of the things that we talked about earlier in the video about narrowing down their list and focusing on the things that are really important, and then that house pops up, it matches all their criteria, they know because they've done that work, this is their dream home, but they call us up, they want to go see it, they're just absolutely head over heels. And the problem is that they haven't done the preparation they need in order to move quickly on the home. You know, we'll find that in any market, regardless of whether it's a busy market like our COVID market that we've been experiencing recently, or even before that when it was a tad slower than it is now, we notice that buyers focus on a certain subset of the market. These are the best properties. We like to say the cream rises to the top, the best properties rise to the top, and all the buyers focus on those particular properties. So more than likely, the house that you see that looks great and checks all your boxes probably checks someone else's boxes as well, and you're gonna find that there's competition. Now, if you haven't prepared, if you haven't called your mortgage person, you haven't got them all the docs, you're gonna find sometimes there's extra criteria nowadays since 2008 when we had our last market crash. Getting your mortgage is a little bit tougher now. And you're going to want to make sure to get all those docs in and have your pre-approval in hand. Even if you have to call your mortgage person and get it updated, at least if you have it, if you've got all your stuff submitted and you know that you're ready to go, you'll be ready to move when you find the right one. You really can't do that early enough. And a lot of people wait on this, and unfortunately, the house ends up getting sold. By the time they run around and get all their stuff together, it's a stressful day or two of trying to submit all this information, only for the seller to have made a decision on someone else who was more prepared. If you've seen some of our other videos, we've told you that the buyers who get the best properties are the ones that move the quickest. And this is obviously a key component of what you're going to need to move quickly. If you're thinking about buying or selling in Lower Fairfield County, Connecticut, I'd like to work with you. While you're at it, go ahead and head over to my website, grab one of the many resources that we've put together there for you. I look forward to hearing from you.